What's going on, people? Henry here, back to you guys again with another fragrance review. Now today, I came up with this great idea of talking about this fragrance that I've been standing on my shelves for quite some time, and I've been using this for quite some time as well for my work and stuff. But I just thought that the fragrance community is not giving as much attention to this fragrance. Maybe because it's outdated or it smells old, and it reminds people of the younger age when they didn't even know what they were doing. And it just came to my mind that I have to put it out there and then give it some love, because I find this fragrance to be so fantastic, long lasting, and it smells really great. It is none other from the house of Daniel HECHTER, and the name of this fragrance is called HECHTER. Eau de Parfum is this fragrance over here. Small little 50 ml bottle, which has been, doing me quite some good. I mean, as you can see, the juice in there has been properly used after a couple of times, so it means that it has been good to me. So today I'm going to be talking about the characteristic of this fragrance, the opening, the dry down, what kind of people is actually appropriate for this kind of fragrance, and age group as well. I'm also going to be talking about some compliment factors, and you know the drill, just talking about it and give you some love. Most of the people that I've seen, or some of the people that are actually making this kind of review about this fragrance, is really there's not much love to it. And I thought to myself, let me just give it some love and bring it up. It is really good for the pocket, it's really affordable, it's long lasting, it smells great. And obviously it's not for everybody, but it is for some people that can have good memories of growing up knowing about fragrances, because I know this exactly fragrance from my uncles and stuff. So they used to rock it, and when I saw it again, I smelled it, it brought back a lot of memories that I would like to share with you guys. So sit tight and let's get into it. Getting back to the characteristic or the opening of this fragrance, I'm going to spray a couple of sprays for us and then see. The opening is more with lavender. Basil, bergamot, and some sort of artemisia that they're using inside. I don't know exactly which artemisia, which actually makes it a little bit with the character of being old, like this older characteristic of a fragrance. I've got the dry down over here, but this one is just the opening. So the opening is more with bergamot, artemisia, basil, and lavender. If you like lavender, you're gonna love this fragrance, or you're gonna actually love this, or you are a dark person, because lavender is really a dark type of scent characteristic. In the dry down, we're getting some jasmine, serge, and some pine, which actually makes you feel like you're in the woods, completely lost, don't know where you have to go, which is perfect. Alright, this is actually not reality, but it actually makes the people wonder what you're smelling like, which is why I find this fragrance so interesting. It takes you into this kind of mood whereby you feel completely outdated and out of time. And people that smells this, it brings a lot of memories, a lot of thoughts to their minds, which is why it makes it so interesting again. I love this fragrance. I actually got it for about €7 into Müller or something. You can get it on Amazon or anywhere else. It's really affordable. It is actually one type of fragrance where you can compete, or you can let me say you can try to let it compete with the big boys, because I think it was actually a big boy's fragrance. I mean, I've got this fragrance, Gucci Absolute. This one here is actually a little bit of a similar central, while although this one is much more expensive and has a bigger, let me say, brand or whatever, but this boy here still competes with it. Dry down is perfect. The opening can be not for everybody, but if you actually like lavender bergamot, and the jasmine is now coming in. Now, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the type of people that is actually appropriate for this kind of fragrance. The younger people, let me say, coming from 17 until 25 is not really something that they can actually step into and like this kind of fragrance, because this fragrance is not really for everybody. But I would see, let me say, people that are over 30, 32 going up to 40, they have already an idea of this kind of fragrance, because it could be a similar smell that somebody had before they actually grew up to, you know, this stage, because this is actually not for everybody. This is really for a matured nose that knows a little bit about this kind of dark fragrance, because it's actually a dark fragrance. Not really dark like some of Encre Noire à l'Extrême or Encre Noire, the original one, but this is actually a sweet type of dark fragrance, which I find really appealing, sexy actually, really sexy. It smells really good. And I would just like to ask the fragrance community to talk more about this kind of fragrance, because we can't just let this kind of centrals actually just die out. Although it's a cheaper fragrance, but we can do something about it. It's perfect. So age group, I'm talking about 30 going up, because it is a fragrance that brings much more memories than just putting a fragrance just because you want to go out or anything like this. But it is something that you can actually use to, you know, be with big boys or older women. And older women, I think, personally, older women would like this, because this is also something that they would get familiar to because of its scent trail or its scent character. It's perfect. Now, where would I wear this? I would wear it appropriately in office space, because this is not in your face, but it has this soapy type of smell that is refreshing and also a little bit animalistic, and also like the woods, like the forest. So, and also it's got this sweetness to it that makes it so, man, you can't get enough of it actually. I don't get enough. Every time I put it, you know, sometimes I forget about it, but I still come back to it and say, oh, I still remember you, and put it on. I'm like, oh man, why don't I, you know, get back into this fragrance again? You know, I've got just so much here. Sometimes whenever I get back to this, it always brings back memories and memories. Now, talking about the compliment factor about this fragrance is really depending on where and with whom you're actually spending time with. I mean, for date nights, this is really highly recommended, especially during the evening time, which is perfect. If you are just, you know, chilling, going to the movies, either with your partner, your wife, your girlfriend, or also with some friends. Because the last time I put it off, I was with a couple of foreign friends in Germany that were very appreciative of this fragrance, because it reminded them a lot about this kind of stuff. Because normally in Germany, not a lot of people are putting on fragrances. It's only people that are actually open-minded, that actually do like to also smell good and also give compliments to others. Sometimes you meet people that are just normally shy, because compliment is actually an energy that you are giving to somebody to uplift them, or you give them a critic to actually, you know, make them either feel better or feel bad. But as compliment factors, I've gotten quite a couple of compliments with this fragrance, which I am not, complaining about. So it is gonna definitely get you compliments, but it also depends with whom you are actually spending time with. If you're spending time with people that you know, yes, definitely, because they're open enough to actually give you compliments. And if you are just wearing it because you like to go to to a concert or something similar to that with a lot of people around, then maybe you can get some compliment. But for me, I've already gotten compliments because people were stopping and thinking, well, I've smelled this smell before and this is nothing new or anything. So it's just a compliment involved with emotion and memories. So definitely a compliment factor. Like I said before, office wear, you can actually put it off at the office, you can put it off at dinner time, date, or anything similar to that kind of situation. But anyway, this is a little bit of my intake onto this beautiful, small, little affordable fragrance of Daniel HECHTER character that I wanted to speak about, and just bring up the awareness of this kind of centrals that is about to be forgotten. And it is our duty as fragrance influencers to actually speak about this kind of fragrances, to just keep it up, to keep it going actually, because they have to sell it as well. I like it. I think that they should keep on selling it, and it is really affordable. You can find it anywhere at a low price. So thank you very much again for watching, and like always, please like, share, subscribe to this channel because it keeps me going. Now I've got 6 subscribers, and this is the 6th video that I'm doing on my channel, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm also proud of the people that are actually coming on board, that are supporting. And it gives me just a little bit of confidence for me to make much more videos about fragrances and talk about, let me say, menswear. Eventually I'm gonna get there, but for now I'm just starting off with fragrances, and your support is really something that I'm counting on, and that gives me a lot of confidence, and I'm really appreciative of that. Thank you very much again, and until next time.